Hey everybody, Bonehead for the Bonehead podcast, and we've got a bit of a preview, I think, on the Sunday preview, which is a very Games Workshop way of doing it, isn't it? So this Sunday, 2 PM BST, they will be revealing a Blood Bowl reveal. Okay, we don't really know what's coming. However, this came out today with a clue, and we are all pretty much certain that we've cracked the code. So what I'm going to do is just put a little pause right here with a countdown, because we're going to start basically making assumptions that will probably be right. So on Sunday, we'll be doing the Blood Bowl stuff like we do when the review happens. I've got my travel kit. We're basically taking our first attempt at a travel kit for Blood Bowl stuff, as in we are taking our World Cup gear. So we're getting prepped for the World Cup next week. But new team should be released, not released, but previewed on Sunday. And this has been today's clue. We've been waiting for this clue this entire week. Okay, so there's a couple of things to look at in this clue, and it's jungly, right? So I'm going to assume that this is a genuine spoiler, because I pretty much am sure it is going to be Amazons. Now, there's a cool few clues in there that means it could be something slightly different, but I don't think so. I think this basically confirms that it is going to be an Amazon team. So in this artwork, we've got a little frog here, we've got a little frog here, we've got some jungle bits everywhere. So naturally, my first thought was, oh my god, we're getting Slan. Now, while that is a bit of an edge case, it might still happen, but I don't think it's likely to happen. We can pretty much be sure with the clue that was given that it is going to be Amazons. So that's possibly good, because actually a little bit of a twist to that roster could be pretty spicy. However, the reason that we think it's going to be Amazons is because of the clue that was given, and the clue that was given was this team really delivers. What delivers really well? Do I have any Amazon boxes here? I should do. We're going on holiday, so it's been like, quickly, we don't have any plugs, Amazon. Quickly, do this, Amazon. Amazon, the team that really delivers. Alright, it just makes an absolute load of sense. And it ties in with the jungle motif and this logo. However, there are still, I think, two alternatives here. The most obvious one is Amazons, and it makes sense with the clue, right? So I'm going to say 95% it's now Amazons. We're pretty much convinced. Obviously, we've got some frog dudes, and this little frog dude's got a little feather on his hat. And you know what? Slan teams from third parties. In fact, if I can remember to put the artwork on the screen right now, artwork from the first or second edition of Blood Bowl with the Slan guys had headdresses. Okay? Cool frog dudes bouncing around with headdresses. Okay? Makes a little bit of sense. Now, the third option here, would be awesome, but I don't think it's going to happen, and it would still be cool, right? But it would not be as cool as the first two options. Obviously, the correct option is for them to do Amazons. The awesome option, the really exciting option, is for them to bring real Slan team into the fold. But the third option is that they bring a Jungle Critters team in here. They bring a new team, but that's set in Lustria, that we could see more lizard type people, or maybe some jungle people. We've got werewolves, we've got all that kind of stuff. We've got the chameleon skinks. Actually, it is possible that they will go that way, but I think you'll all agree with me. The team that really delivers, Amazon. The jungle theme, Amazons. I think we've got this spoiled now. I think we've got this solved. Now, what does that mean for the rest of the teams of Legend? Amazons, Norse. Okay, so that leaves us with Tomb Kings and Vampires, which, I mean, the Sylvanian Spotlight teams, Undead are great. Necro are really good fun. They're a solid team, tier 2, but still solid. The star players, I mean, Cheney's just amazing. The rest of them, not so much, and that's fine. I mean, Bryce is okay. We still need a model for Bryce. But I think they... Yeah, I mean... The Lustria dudes, what's the only star players they've got for Lustria? Is it the Zote and maybe Carla and probably Zug? Okay, actually, you know what? Having something a bit more exciting could be really useful. Now, the other cool idea that I think Milton chucked out there was, what if they do a Zote team? And this kind of ties into that third option. So we've got Amazons, Slann. What if they use this as an opportunity to bring in a Zoat team to Blood Bowl? This is a far-fetched thing, but actually, we've got more Zoat models than we've got Amazon models in the game right now. Technically, this is correct. We've got all Zoats, no Amazons. Or maybe we'll see the Zoat be a bit more of a part of the team. Now, I would love that. I'd love a Fimir team. I'd love a Zoat team. I'd love the Dryad team. I'd love them to bring more stuff into Blood Bowl and just flesh out that world with new and creative elements. However, Zoats are super rare. I think what we're likely to see is just an Amazon team. And then we can start thinking about what we're going to see from the roster point of view. You guys will know by now what I want to happen to the Amazon roster, which is a little bit less blitzers and a little bit more big guy. So 2 blitzers gone for a Croxagore would be a pretty cool way of adding some spice to Amazons and then making the catches the same more or less as human catches, like making them move 8 but strength 2. Actually, that would be really interesting. That would be a really dynamic team. However, the way Amazons play, they are super consistent. They're super tight. They're very fragile, but actually they can bash like nothing else, and they develop really well. Amazons reward really good play. So the coaches out there that have been playing Amazons for 2 decades, right, are going to want that to stay the same, and I completely get that. Like, if they came in and changed Skaven, I would be perturbed. Although, in this edition, they did change Skaven. The gutter runners can't pass for Toffee now, but the thrower can. So, actually, the way I used to play Skaven was fundamentally changed. The gutter run, I didn't even have a thrower most of the time. It was just all on the gutter runner. So, when it comes to the Amazon team, this is going to be the really interesting thing. So, I want you to let me know what you think is going to happen to the Amazon roster, what positionals we're going to get, if we're going to see a big guy, and then I think it might be worth thinking about star players. When the spikes are released these days, they're normally dropped with 2 or 3 star players, right? We don't necessarily have the models straight away, but look at the Norse release. We had Yeti from Forge World, star player Yeti, Ivar, and Thorson, right? So 4 Forge World releases, a spike, a pitch, and the team. So we could see a few star players. It would be awesome to get someone like Slibbly Black. Was Slibbly dropped in the last edition? I think he was replaced, wasn't he? Yeah, well, anyway, a Saurus star player, a Croxagore star player would be really cool. An Amazon star player, if this is going to be an Amazon team, surely is a shoo-in. And then we got to think about the last thing is, when we were talking about the Norse roster and what was going to happen with Norse, we thought, yeah, we'll change the positionals, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. What we didn't think about, even slightly, was Beerboars. That was a complete, like, shoulder throw, right? Complete off the edge, out of the box, really different. I wonder if we'll see anything like that for the Amazon team. They've playing into the jungle theme so far. The artwork is very jungly. We've got frogs. What if they have a non-human player on this roster? A big guy. Some little poison frogs with stab or something. I just think it could be it could be really interesting and really creative, and I'm super excited to see how it plays out. But for now, I'm going to sign off because I will be flying to Italy this evening and I cannot wait, so I'm going to have a lovely holiday. A big thank you to everybody, and hey, I'll see you on Sunday for the big reveal. If you're going to the tournament this weekend, have a wonderful time. Ben, Trips and Milton have got this all wrapped up. I've got to run the prizes and the trophies and the loot up to Trips a little bit later on. It's going to be awesome. I'm gutted I'm missing it, but I will be thinking of you all by the pool. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. We'll be back very soon with more Blood Bowl stuff, so happy blocking. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to help support the channel even further, please like and subscribe, or come join us on our Patreon. We have early access to content. We get loads of feedback from you guys, and we try and do competitions as much as we can. Or you can get yourself some Bonehead podcast merch on our Spreadshirt site. So if you want to support a team, especially for the Bonehead Championship, you can pick up a shirt, a mug, things like that. It all helps support the channel, and we really appreciate it. Anyway, links below. Thank you very much. Happy blocking.